Hi friends, welcome to Tuber's Funny channel. In our last class, we have tried the Tailwind CSS, right? So here I have got APX. Here we have to try the hello world, right? Hello world we have tried. So here, while importing style, I have missed one thing. Here this one, tailwind.config. Here this one you have to export it. Copy this all the code. After hit this command, this file has been created tailwind configure.js. You will be able to see here. Here this file is there. Here have to just all the code, you just select all and control V to paste here. Now you have to run it, right now let's say the thing. In our last class we saw this all over, okay, and we have to display one button and everything. I just get rid of this button. Okay, I just all over. Okay, here it's working. Now what I'm going to do is here I'm going to do the thing is, let's go to type in Google Tailwind CSS form. You can have a form of the official website. The Tailwind CSS official website, you can have a simple form. Let's get them this form, right? Right now let's import it over here and check it whether it's working fine or not. Right, so this is not error. It asks you in the input box. There's no input box they are telling. Let's save all, bring back to my application and check it. Here the style is working perfectly well. Or style is working. This is the style they are applying. Tail is CSS, there's a style they are applying. Okay, this is how you have to test at the everything in your Tailwind CSS. Okay, okay, there's a form. You can go here. You just type on the Google Tailwind CSS form. Here you can have a lot of form designs there. Okay, first you click on this here. Here is go here. There are the plenty of designs there. You can have, we can put this design in your forms as well. Here these are the design, simple design. Your grid design here. You just copy this design and paste it to your form. Simply you have to run your form. Okay, right here. Now let's look at this form. What's the look? Okay, so this is how we have check it, right? This is how we have studied the CSS style. Okay, okay, thus we no need to write anything else. Okay, this is how we have programs are doing. Okay, right now let's check it back. Save all, run the application, check here. Simple form design is there, but here you will be able to configure. Now what I'm going to do is, now we have first we have to run our go to our style. Okay, so we have to create the component file folder, right? So here we have to create a component folder. Just get rid of this. For the example I put it this one. I just hit delete them. Okay, now I'm going to go to create the src folder. Inside the src folder I'm going to create the new file, which is a components file. So the component files folder, I'm going to create a new file, which is a task frontend .js, right? Okay, now what I'm going to apx, right? So here what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the thing is, have to implement this. I already done the project, so I'm going to show you how to do the things. Okay, so first what I'm going to make the arrow function, right? Very simple, the making as a arrow function. It's very simple, right? So this is a professional way to do it. Okay, so here write the arrow function like this, open bracket and close bracket, right? So very simple, you have to import the arrow function, right? We have to write the constant variable. This is your project name equal, right? You have to write the open bracket and close bracket. This is the arrow function. You have to write open bracket and close bracket, right? So after that you have to write it, you have to export it outside. The simple stuff you have to do it. This function you have to export the outside. Very quickly you have to do it. This is the first step. Yes, first step you have to do it. The first step, right? Okay, now I'm going to create the new component, which is a task frontend.js. This is the extension. This name, you have to create the arrow function, open the bracket and close bracket. You have to export the outside, right? Second step, we have to write the return. We have to write the return statement, right? Return. Return we have to write the HTML codes and everything design part. Okay, right, this is designing part. We have write designing part. Okay, so here the same thing, apx return the same thing, just copy it, right? Here what I'm going to do is you write the designing part as well. Now you have to write div, right? So let's file save all. Now you have to back it here, you have to call it this component as this all style. I just read off this line, this API, this one also I will not need them. We have to at the moment you have to write here this component, you have to call it, it's a component name task front end. Let's export it correctly. You have to write file save and check it back it so that it's working. Here it's working what you have written, right? Now what I'm going to do is here task, you have to write the little bit style. I'm going to style something else, right? So first what I'm going to do is I have to do some, I'll be explaining, don't worry. Here the same form design I have just copy and paste this simple form design. Okay, so here this is the Tailwind CSS design. Okay, so I'll be explaining. Okay, don't worry, I just this all the code I get them and take too much of time, so I just paste it. I have to name it this one as a front end, also front end. That's the only thing you have to name it. I'll be explaining, don't worry. After that we have to install the npm I xocss. Okay, because in order to handle the RESTful API, you have to work with the RESTful API. You have to write xocss, right? That's the things you have to install, right? Install successfully, right? Now here you can see here what I did here is, okay, this one I already explained. So here simple design, the return we have start with the HTML form design, simple HTML form design we have written, right? This is the way we have style into the Tailwind CSS, right? Tailwind CSS, you go to the official website, you will be able to study, right? So label, how to import the label, how to label color, how to give the label, all things they are given in the documentation. Okay, you no need to worry about this, all things are in the documentation, you will be able to study, right? That, right, based on the documentation I have made this, I have wrote in this application, right? So div class is all the source code I given you. This class is a border and the flags between the space, all things are given. This how we have written the id, right? After that we have write the, we have input fields task. Here we have to write the, what's the backend, here backend we have to get the backend first, right? So here the backend we have to write new task app, the task backend. Okay, here we have to import it, forward space dot, all right, new task. Now let's run the backend, not server.js. Server is running, Mongodb connected, right? Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to do the thing is, I'm going back to my front end, right? Front end, you will be able to see here, already I have created these all things. You can see these are we have created I go through my documentation of the Tailwind CSS. Okay, here this you can see that styling, you have to make the styling of the input field and labels, all the things you have to make the styling. Okay, okay, you have a lot of styles. Okay, here if you go through these documents here, the form design styles. Okay, you can just put these styles and you can work how to create this style, right? So that's how I have created the styling. Okay, so here this heading I have created the task app, right? So after that div, here the placeholder, inside the placeholder I'm going to first you have to this is the input field, right? So input field I have written one input field, right? The second one I have written the description. So description. After that, we have a due date, right? Date. This is input field. After that, this is the we have select the drop down. The task is completed or not completed, right? After that, we have to write save and update 2 months, right? After that, we have to do that. You have to create a simple table of tailwind CSS. Simple table I have created this along with the CSS style, using the CSS style, right? Okay, the same thing like a React, we have simply you have change the style. Okay, that's the thing you have to write. Okay, now let's check whether it's working fine or not. After that, I'll be explaining, right? So here I'll be running the application we have to already running. Let's check it. The thing is working. I didn't call it or something. It's a backend. Component front end. Again, you save all. Right, it's running. Now here, what I'm going to, this is a simple user interface. You will be able to see the simple user interface. You will be able to see. Okay, this is simple user interface. Now what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to do the backend part. Okay, what are the port it will be running? It will be running at 6000 port. Okay, so you have to declare the port and everything, right? So here you have to go to our right here front end. So port is this. You change the port. Right, port is this. File save all. Now let's check it back the APIs. Is success. It is working or not here. The go to our backend. So backend first is create. Okay. Get request, not task, only task. Right. Okay. Now let's file save all. Again, I am going to what I am going to do is I am going to go to my front end backend. I have to install the cross. Then only the APIs works. Okay. So here I just stop the server, control C to stop the server. I'm going to add npm icroc cross. Right, now you can see implement this package, right? I'm going to run the application again. Okay, my it's working without any error. So I will be continuing my next video tutorial, because if I do it here it's so boring to watch the video. Okay, so I'll be continuing my next video tutorial the rest of the thing.